Hi everyone, I'm JD. Welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to share with you my latest project that I've been working on, these collage pages. These were inspired by Amity Bloom, and I just adore her style and the way that she uses fabrics and chooses different colors and puts them all together to create something so beautiful. And if you've followed my channel for a while, you know that I've really been wanting to get into collaging and layering and all that kind of good stuff. But I've always been intimidated. When I get to a journal cover, I'm just like, don't want to mess with that. Let's just leave it as is. But she gave me a way to kind of break myself into it with these pages. So she calls hers deconstructed journal pages. I'll leave a link below so you can check it out. And yeah, it just gave me a discrete, piece to work on, and then I could choose what I wanted to do with it after. So it just really helped me to just take away that intimidation, that fear of ruining a cover or something like that, and just get started. So I had so much fun playing. I got on a roll and I made 20 of these, and they are available in my shop as digital kits. So there's 2 kits, 10 in each. If you're interested, I'll leave a link below to Willowbound Journals as well. Because what I was thinking of maybe putting the originals in the shop as well, which is what she did. She made up these little packets of journal pages and floating pockets, and I was thinking of doing that, but the thing is I got really super attached to what I created, and then I thought I would turn all of these into journal covers. Now that I've scanned them, I've got the digitals for me. I've printed them out on cardstock as small journal cards, and I've printed them out on normal type paper and using them as pages or full size as covers as well. So yeah, now that I've done that, I feel like I can be free to actually use these. I'm thinking I want to keep some for me, some for my own journal, and then yeah, we'll just see what happens with the others. I'm not sure. There are 20, so I could probably part with some of them. And yeah, so what Amity Bloom, she was calling them deconstructed journal pages, but I didn't resonate with the idea of having them as journal pages. She suggested like a floating journal page, paperclip it in, or add washi tape and you can include a page like that. But she also did suggest a journal cover, using it as a cover, and that's what really resonated with me, because I don't really like full-on decorated pages. I more prefer blank pages, but the cover, it's all about the cover for me. If the cover inspires me, I'm into that journal. And so I thought these would make perfect covers for journals. But yeah, of course, like I said, with the scanned images and things, you can print them out at different sizes and use them as journal cards, or even cut them up individually, like cut up a square here, and then you've got like a tuck spot, cut off this bit, and you've got a large pocket. So that's what I'm going to use it for my own journals. So I'm probably going to use a front and back for the cover, and then using the digitals of these, of all 20, and cutting them up and doing different things with them, making them pages, making them journal cards, and making them into pockets. So that's how I thought I'd feature these. And so another example here is like, if I've got just this journal cover here that I've made, just a very a quick journal cover using a manila folder. So I could stick that on the front, and then I could put this one on the back like this, which is what I'm thinking of doing, so that you get a journal cover like that. Now, how cool does that look? Oh my goodness, oh my gosh, I'm doing it. I'm doing that. So yeah, I thought I could make a whole bunch of journal covers using these. And of course I can make more. I was trying to use up lots of scraps of papers, my favorite fabrics and laces, and I still got so much, my goodness. So I can definitely make a lot more. And what I learned as well was, because I always had this fear of cutting up things, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I make a journal cover just plain, because I'm like, oh, that's so pretty by itself. I like it. I don't want to cover it up. And when I get to a piece like this, I'm like, I don't want to cut this fabric up, or I don't want to cut that ribbon, or I don't want to cut that bit out of that ephemera. And then what I learned though was, when I did it for this, it actually makes it more special, because you kind of capture each individual piece. And so when I look at this page, for example, I can go, yes, I remember getting that from Dutch Happy Mail. I remember getting that. This is authentic vintage French ephemera. I remember getting this. This is also Dutch antique ribbon, I believe, from Happy Mail. And this was one of my favorite butterfly fabrics. And this, oh my gosh, my favorite lace from Bonnie and Clive. And this was my favorite scrapbook paper from this certain paper pad from, what's it called? Wandering Ivy, I think. Beautiful embossed wallpaper here. And I love this vintage music paper that I found in an op shop. And so everything on it has a story. And that's why I love how you can, when you cut out these pieces, it's not destroying the fabric like I thought it was. I was like, oh no, I don't want to ruin the fabric or the lace. But actually, it kind of commemorates it more. And so I can look at this and go, it's like a treasure page of items or pieces that have significant meaning for me. Like all of the pieces I've chosen here, I can tell you where I got them from and where I was, that kind of thing. And because I've hoarded these in my collection for ages. This one, oh my gosh, I love this fabric so, so much. And I love this little piece of scrapbook paper. And again, just using little pieces of scraps, like the tiniest scrap can just add that extra detail that was just, it just makes the piece, you know? So I'll give you a look at all of them. And hopefully this inspires you to do something like this as well, like a collage. You know, I was inspired by Amity Bloom, and I just want to pass on the inspiration and yeah, get you creating, doing collages. The video I'll link of hers that shows this is actually also a tutorial. So if you want to find out how to make these, then that's the video for you. I just kind of, I watched it for one, or I paused it on one of her finished ones and used it as a guide. And then after that, I didn't need to look at the rest of the video. I just used that one piece as a guide and then went crazy making these. So let's show you. Of course, blue is my favorite color, right? So there's going to be a lot of blue in here. And my idea was to make them front and back covers. So originally I only started with one piece and was like isolated piece creating it. But then I thought, no, I do want to make journal covers. And so I started putting the pieces together side by side. And when I grabbed my pieces, I made sure there was enough for both pieces so that they worked together as a front and back cover. In the digital kits though, I split them up just so that there's more variety, so that you don't need to get both kits, you only need to get one, and that way you still get all of the variety of the different styles and pieces that I used. Of course, if you want to use the back and front cover, you can still use the one from one of the kits anyway, because a lot of them kind of have the same pieces and overlap quite a bit, so that could work. And there's just two in there in case you just love them both. You want both. But yeah, so these two work together, and this is my favorite one, I think, that I will keep for me, just because each individual element, there's some really special stories in here. And I love how it says Madame and note, and I can't read French, but I'm just pretending it says note. And that kind of, for me, you know, a journal taking notes. And this one especially, I made this cover for me as well. So I literally had me in mind for these ones. The other ones I just had fun creating, but these three I was thinking of my own journal to make for me. And so I chose this word memorandum, and I looked it up in the dictionary what it literally means. I can't remember what it was, but something to remember something, or a note to remember, or something like that. And I just thought, yeah, that's me. So I love that word, and just some more pieces that really speak to me, that one and that one in particular. And of course the butterfly, the blue butterfly is my symbol, and I love blue flowers. So yeah, I just love it. And I kind of wanted this one to pair up with this one. So this was one of the ones I made before I thought about making covers, and it was just a standalone, but I like how it ties in anyway. Oh, some of the backing material, if you're wondering, I made it out of manila folders. I'm not sure if that's what Amity Bloom did. She used some sort of fabric base, but I needed something sturdy to put the fabric on, so I just sewed fabric to a manila folder. Cut out the manila folder to make the shape, and then, or the size, and then sewed on the fabric, and then I went on top of the fabric with the pieces. And this one's the wedding dress material, the satin from that wedding dress I got from the op shop. This one's just beautiful blue. I love that fabric there, so that's why I thought of making it for me, this one. And then this one's using this beautiful fabric, I believe that came from Shah Fisher through the Blue Butterfly Challenge. There's still a bit left, just enough to make 3 of these, I think. And then, all right, let's just pile these up. These ones were made with this gorgeous kind of upholstery, that kind of luxurious fabric that you've seen me make some journal covers out of before as well. I'm not sure if it was actually wallpaper, that one. Yeah, I think they were all wallpaper. No, I don't know. Can't remember. That one was wallpaper. Anyway, so more of that beautiful butterfly fabric. I just cut out all the butterflies and yeah, I just love it. So these ones are very similar to the ones that I've already shown. So again, just a flower commemorating that. I really love them. I'm so happy with how they turned out because yeah, this is quite different for me, collaging, and I really tried to channel Amity Bloom with her style and just that her color scheme and the pieces, and I thought I did well. So I was quite impressed with what I came up with, and I really like, you know, just using different pieces like this floral piece here and adding a bit of lace behind and just having fun collaging and using this bit of fabric. This is unique to this set, so there's one in one kit and this is in the other kit, so if you can only afford one or want one, you still get that element in each, which I think is just really pretty. That, yeah, I don't know, it's so pretty. And then I made some pinker themed ones, although you can see there's still a lot of blue. But using this, I thought this was just beautiful, how it kind of tied everything together. Oh, we're not focusing there. And this beautiful ribbon, I believe that came from Tina. I love the fact that every piece is using vintage, authentic ephemera. So it has that vintage look to it too, which was my aim as well. So this is another pinker one. And this is the only one that has this darker fabric here for a different look. And yeah, there's some of that fabric that I used for this cover right there. So maybe I could even use that one just to show you. So that's why I printed mine out, these big size, full size too, so I can always reuse them as covers. Look at that. Doesn't it look just amazing? I'm so chuffed. Finally, I've done some collages that I'm actually happy with. So yeah, there's those ones. And this gorgeous fabric down here too. That's the only one that features in here. Yeah, there's a lot going on with some of them. Others are a bit more simple. Just however it turned out is how it turned out. And then I did a few neutral themed ones. So I used this lavender fabric at the back. I call it lavender fabric because of the purple. That came from Gina from the Firefly Studio. And I just love this more neutral tone. It is so beautiful. I really like it. Just that more vintage look to it. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. And the purple just gives it that little bit of colour, that little bit of extra girliness. And I use this beautiful fine lace here as well. And I just loved how all the pieces work together. Here's some of that wallpaper or fabric that I used on the other covers as a snippet there. And then we have some more, getting through them. 2 more in this style because I just had so much fun making it in this style. And I like this one, how it adds this little piece there. That came from the wedding dress too, from the brocade or the applique on top. So I had a little snippet left. So keep your scraps, as Amity Bloom says, because you just never know. The littlest piece can just add that little bit of interest that just finishes it all off. And I just love the script writing and how the ephemera, you get different tones of the brown and the white. And yeah, I just love how it all works together. And then these ones were the ones that I did, my first ones, where I was thinking of them standing alone. So I kind of did pair them together. You could use them as a cover if you wanted, front and back, because this one has the same blue lace here. So beautiful. It's actually kind of turquoisey. That came from Pinky. Thank you so much, Pinky from the Philippines. I love this one, how it kind of looks like a Polaroid or a note inside the frame. So I was really happy with how that turned out. And that's some of my favorite fabric too. So that has a story as well, and I just love these pieces, and this one too. Just all these pieces I was hoarding. There's some of that Bonnie and Clyde fabric there, my favorite. I was wanting to use that more, but it's so bright, it kind of overpowers everything, so it couldn't work with the real vintage look that I was going for. This one I could because it was a lot more darker material and brighter blues. So I was glad to include that. Like another piece here. Just, yeah, it's so fun to finally use these pieces that I've hoarded for so long and to show them off like this. So rather than just one solid cover in lace, for example, just cutting them into different size pieces and collaging them. So this is wedding dress material, same here, different satin as well. Oh, I love them. And last of all, this was the very first one I did. So this one has a bit of cheesecloth there. And yeah, this one started a whole lot. So I just love this script writing here with the curly lettering. Yeah, so fun. And then this one here, it looks a bit different, but I wanted to show off this fabric, this last bit of scrap that I had from, I believe, Shah Fisher from the Blue Butterfly Challenge. And this piece here is so pretty. And I love that it's got this pinking sheer cut to it. Again, I love that curly writing and some of my favorite pieces again here. And oh, sorry, and I love that writing there. So yeah, I had so much fun. I really hope you like them. I do like getting into different things every now and then, just experimenting, branching out, and perhaps, you know, this could be my new thing. I don't know, I have no idea, but I just got so excited, and maybe this could be my new way of doing journal covers. Because I always think of what's my style, you know, what's the thing that I want to do that could keep me interested, and maybe I'll never find my own little style that really resonates with me, and I'll just keep doing different things forever. But yeah, I just really love this one, and I'm really glad that I could create these, that I could make covers but also have those scanned digitals so that they can be reused over and over and over again, and used in different ways, so they don't have to just be journal covers. They can be pages, they can be journal cards, they can be pockets. So yeah, I love how versatile they are. I love how they look. I just love them. I really, really love them. I think it's one of my favorite pieces that I've ever created. So yeah, I'm really happy. Hope you like them too. Let me know what you think. Go check out Amity Bloom for her tutorial. And yeah, go check out my Etsy if you're interested in these kits. Cool. Thanks, guys. And then maybe in a little while you'll see my next journal projects will be actually using these as covers and turning these into journals. So let me know if you're interested in that, and I'll do that quicker. Let me know if you're interested in maybe purchasing one of these with a loaded pocket or something as well to go with it, the way that Amity Bloom did, and I may be able to part with them. Otherwise, yeah, I'll just make a whole bunch of journal covers with these. So there's 20, so I could probably make 10 journals out of these. Although one will be for me, at least one, maybe two, because I just love them. All right, anyway, thank you so much. So excited to share this with you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.